However, upon crossing the border into Thailand, the Indian troops encountered very strong resistance from the Thai. Yes, so the Thai are fighting the Japanese and the incoming British forces, specifically their police forces. And this is going to happen around the town of Patong, led by Major Prayun Ratanik, or Ratanakit. These officers established a crucial roadblock that delayed the Indian advance for 2 full days while simultaneously engaging Japanese forces around Patani. After several hours of combat, Japan and Thailand reached an armistice by midday because Phibun, obviously, he had to cave in. So he permitted Japan to have free passage through his country. By the way, it'll come about later, but I want to kind of give it away. The Thai are actually going to ally to the Japanese, and they're the only independent nation to do so. So while Japan just conquers a bunch of people and starts saying that, they're all in this greater co-prosperity sphere working together, it's not true, of course. They're just taking over countries and annexing them. The Thai are actually independent throughout all of this. So the Thai are kind of this little Axis member that no one talks about, to be honest. It's kind of like Bulgaria. Like the Bulgarians joined the Germans, and no one gives shit to the Bulgarians or the Romanians for what they do in World War II. But whatever. Just
So I
saying.
guess Thailand is kind of like the Italy of the Axis forces in the
Yeah,
Far East.
they really are. But I forgive them because they basically just attacked the French, and that's okay. That's fine. You know, they
Okay, I'm with you on that.
I mean, like their excuse is that French Indochina, the French basically attacked their borders and stole some territory, so they were just taking it back. It's what they did. I mean, they do attack the Chinese in Burma, and they do a little bad stuff, but it's okay they attacked the French. They deserved it. Anyways, the Japanese forces in Patani, facing poor road conditions, but no opposition, began their advance towards the ledge position. Obviously, they're clearly going to win this race. It's located about 60 miles away, and yeah, so if you were to visually think about this, sorry, do I have my map up? Or I'll just go back to Thailand. It doesn't show the ledge position, but you can imagine from what you can see as Prakan, that's Patani, they're trying to like race up to get to this position. Now, the next day begins with renewed fighting at Kotobaru, as the Japanese pressed against pretty disorganized defenders at this point, and they start to infiltrate around the British strongpoints, causing significant concerns for British command. Consequently, on December the 10th, the defenders were authorized to abandon Kotobaru so that they could retreat south to Machang. Basically, everything's falling apart for what you would call fighting them at the beaches, like what Douglas MacArthur tried to do in the Philippines. It was a huge failure. Yeah, wasn't the plan either. But anyways, now we need to take a sidestep here because while all this is going on with the invasion, who is supposed to really stop the invasion? Who is supposed to go after the naval forces? Well, it's 4C.
Or C.
Yeah, the deterrence, of course. And I'm gonna bring up. Yeah, well, we'll use this map for now. Sorry, I have to. Can you see the full length of the map on what you have?
Yeah, this is a good one. It's
Okay.
visible now.
Yeah, because for some reason there doesn't exist a decent map of the movement of 4C, but I thought this one kind of showed it a bit. So, following the establishment of 4C, reports began to emerge by December the 6th regarding, Japanese troop movements near Malaya. The next day, it became pretty obvious that the Japanese were about to invade places in Southeast Asia. Admiral Phillips received a message inquiring about possible actions with his available naval forces and air forces. What could he do? He responded that he would strive to engage the enemy. So on December the 8th, and this is local time, just hours after the attack on Pearl Harbor, Admiral Phillips ordered his forces to set sail so that they could intercept and eliminate the Japanese invasion force spotted in the South China Sea, despite having any air support. He was told and aware of the risks, but he believed he could probably finish, or I will actually say this quote, finish quickly and escape to the east before the Japanese could organize a significant attack against us, is what he had told his commanders. Now, the Japanese had begun bombing Singapore, so the HMS Prince of Wales, Repulse, and the four destroyers, they depart while this is happening. It's crucial to note that about 10 Brewster Buffalo fighters were assigned to cover 4C, to be their cap. and they were awaiting orders to support the naval group. However, Phillips left port without even anticipating the need for their cover.
Because
So,
aircraft in combat are completely useless, right?
exactly. So, for layman's terms, he needed to be in a certain proximity to their radius of operations because land based aircraft can really not go out very far or long or participate in combat over the sea. It risks them crashing, basically. So he basically didn't tell them he was doing this and he went too far out. So he kind of screwed over the operations of his air support, which, yeah, that's what he did. So his intention was to quickly and decisively disrupt the Japanese landing at Kotobaru, which I agree with.